All right, hey Coach Mike, we're going to go ahead and get started with the interview process for Cycle 5. I have 3 student athletes here from the Academy of Science and Engineering in wonderful downtown Los Angeles. We have 3 student athletes, like I said, from the volleyball team here. They each have their own opinion on the driving question, should student athletes be paid? Now with that, I'm going to go ahead and introduce our first panel. It's Deborah, she's the captain of the volleyball team, and we're going to go ahead and let her give her opinion on the driving question.
I think that college athletes should be paid because, of course, they have expenses like everyone else, like food and textbooks, all of that, and they're too busy with the team. But in order for them to be paid, I think they should have a contract of at least 2 years. They have to be committed for 2 years, and of course, they have to show certain characteristics of a leader outside of the court, not just in the court.
Having watched the Ball Brothers interview on ESPN, the NC2A selection committee for the tournament coming up, and the NFL Combine, do you still feel and are of the opinion that student athletes should be paid?
Well, as far as the Ball Brothers go, I wouldn't really, they're different because they're skipping right to the NBA, and other college athletes, they actually have to work for it. So I think the ones that have to work for it, yeah, they should get paid because they deserve it and they're putting commitment into it. But the Ball Brothers, it's it was kind of just handed to them. Yeah, they're good. I'm not saying they're not good, but it was just kind of handed to them.
Okay, so Deborah, having said that, would you say that the Ball Brothers are the exception to the rule? Or being that their dad has already said this wholeheartedly, and so has Lonzo, it's going to be one and done like the ball players at Kentucky. A coach, athletic director, knowing this, I mean, how does that fit in? They know that these 3 boys are going to come to UCLA, and they're only going to do 1 year, and then they're headed straight to the NBA.
Well, that's where my thoughts on a contract come in, where they should be on the team for at least 2 years, and they should be committed. And then, as well as the contract, they should have role model characteristics, not only on the court, but outside, so they shouldn't have any behavioral issues outside of the court.
All right, hey Coach Mike, we have our second panel. This is Diana Juarez. She is also of the opinion that athletes should be paid. I'll go ahead and let her give you her opinion on this.
Hi, my name is Diana Juarez and I'm a junior at ACE. And in the fall, I would like to attend USC and major in law to be a lawyer. And I agree with Deborah on student athletes should be paid. And they should also have to have a GPA of 2.5 and higher, and they should be able to maintain that as the whole season is going on. And also, it will most likely be tiered.
Okay, so Diana, you feel that the GPA should be a little bit higher, and you feel that as a student athlete, it should be tiered. And now, when you mean by tiered, do you think a freshman should be paid more than a sophomore, a junior, and a senior? And with that being said, do you think Lonzo should get paid more than the rest of the kids on the team?
I think it shouldn't be tiered because say there's a player that's a senior who's actually been there since the beginning when they're freshmen. And I also think that because Lonzo Ball, he's a freshman at UCLA and he's the best player in his team. So I feel if seniors were to get paid just because they've been there longer, it really wouldn't make sense to, because the people that are actually good and are putting their time and are actually going with it should be paid more. It shouldn't matter what grade you're in. It should matter at the level of you're at the sport.
All right, Coach, and last but not least is Janet Wells. She is also a student athlete here at ACE, and she has the alternative opinion about student athletes not being paid because, well, I'll let her tell you.
In my opinion, the Ball Brothers shouldn't be paid because they're just using the one and done thing as basically jumping to the NBA.
Coach, that concludes Cycle 5 for our interview process with the 3 gals. I think their interview opinions were quite noteworthy and shed a little bit of light on how high school student athletes feel about A, getting paid, or B, not getting paid. With that, I'd like to thank you for all your help on this cycle, and I wish you a great day.